I'm sure going through that, there was a lot of emotions about just how tight that game was. But what did I think what did that kind of tell you guys about the resiliency and the fight of this team?
Finding a way to win. You never want to look past any opponent in this league. Guys are in this league for a reason. Indiana's a good team. They got a couple of injuries, but they're still a good team. And it just shows that we gotta do better. Putting together a 48-minute game instead of like picking and choosing when we decide to play well.
Chicago will be down Josh Giddey and Kobe White tonight. How are they different with those two guys off the floor?
Honestly, I don't think much really changes. I mean, those two guys are great scorers. Giddey kind of does a little bit of everything, but they still have that same style of play. Want to play fast, get out and run. I remember, I played for Billy for a couple months, and his thing was he just want to score fast. That was his biggest thing, getting across half court with 20 on the clock and then getting the best available shot as soon as possible. So I think we just got to do a great job of just getting back. That's going to be kind of the story of the game tonight.
You've gone against Vooch a number of times in this league. What are the challenges that big fella presents?
Vooch is one of the most solid players I played against. He's reliable in terms of, he does his job for whatever team he's playing for. It's always an honor just stepping on the court with a guy like that. And, I'm a competitor, so I love playing against guys like Vooch, and I'm just super excited to lace him up tonight.
For your group, what are some of the areas you want to work on and clean up and even learn from a win like you had against Indiana?
I think we just had to do a better job of not stalling out on the offensive end. We did a poor job of that, especially late game. Kind of everybody, including myself, just kind of standing and looking at the ball instead of creating a play for someone else or yourself. I think we just got to do a better job of, especially when the ball isn't going in and we're not getting clean looks, we got to do a better job of moving around the offensive end. And defensively, we just got to do a better job of getting back consistently and making teams play in the half court because that's where we're really good.
How important is it at times to keep the foot on the gas and maybe close out one of these a little bit earlier?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the thing about it is that we had to do a better job of putting together a 48-minute game. We didn't do a great job of that in those last 3 games, but at the end of the day, the silver lining is that, you take a win. You take a win in this league. It's hard to win in this league consistently. Of course, we got guys out still trying to work back too. So, that's not an excuse, but, it's kind of the silver lining within it. Like, we can't take away from the fact that we won the game, but we do have to learn from it for sure.